We are gonna do something that I don't usually do, and that is headshots for my wife. And she may hate them, and then she'll hire a real professional for headshots. But I thought if James Reeder can do this with his wife, then why can't I do it with mine? James, you don't have the market cornered. I got a wife too. So together, we should start a channel about photographing our wives. Could be really weird. But here we go. Good, wish me luck. These might suck, but she'll let me know for sure. Wave to the people. She's not happy. So I got my light right here. It's the newer light. I did a review on that, link below, but awesome. And then the softbox. So little action shots here. And the wind is blowing. Oh yes, looking good, baby. Looking good. Oh, don't blink, don't blink. Keep your eyes open. I'll be in the shadows here. Should we do a full body shot of my babe? All right, babe. Full body shot. Just like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite likes. We moved over here. There's some awesome natural light in the background. And then I got the flash here. Again, architectural photographer trying to do portraiture. She's not happy. She's not happy. But we're gonna make her happy. Let's do it. All right, baby. Now, show me that look when you want me really bad. That's it. No, that's not the look. No. We're just looking for one good headshot out of this. This is what I like to call the driveway test. And a lot of you who have been around for a while, you know this is the test I like to do with lenses, because then I can get tracked going this way. You can see what the bokeh looks like. And so this is the 85 1.4 at 1.4. There's a lot of people that will buy the 1.2, stop it down to 1.4, 1.8. Never understood that. Even with the EF version, never understood that. Just buy the 1.4 then if you're gonna stop it down and save some money, save some heft. Something that's super light. I love this 85. Now the price on it is around, I think it was 1,600 US, so I'm not sure what it is in other countries equating to, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna return it or not. And I get them at Camera Corner, and Camera Corner is very kind to me about returns, which I never do, so that's why they're probably kind to me. And I'm Camera Corner, I will be keeping the 85 1.4. I love my 50mm, but this thing is a whole different level with the compression, the 1.4 on it. And so here's the tracking going down to my big old tree right here, this big old maple that's way older than most of us. And so this is what the tracking is looking like, which is also a testament to the C80. So the C80 is a very good camera with tracking. I know a lot of people say the tracking sucks, and watch, I'm gonna be eating my own words. But after I did a few tweaks, and I mean, nothing different than I would do on my R5 II, I feel like the tracking is actually pretty good. And maybe it's because I have native RF glass on here. Maybe with adapted glass or non-Canon glass, it's not the greatest, but it works awesome. So this is the shot. This is what it looks like. Sun is going down a little bit. I think it's one of our last warm days we're gonna have right now. We are about 80 degrees. Let's go over and get some nice shots in my favorite place. You know where it is. So the first test I wanted to do here in the cemetery is flare. We're right into the sun. Sun is right behind me, right at the lens. And how does that handle straight on? Not bad. I can see little smudges now looking at my glass, but been having fun with it, I guess, too much. But yeah, that is what it looks like with the light directly onto this lens. Here, I'll back up a little bit more, see what that looks like. And then we'll get some other shots that aren't necessarily directly right there, but I think it handles the flare pretty good. Yeah, not too shabby. I'm liking it. All right, let's go somewhere else. And although this is just kind of a preliminary test showing the headshots, showing the video and stuff like that, I will have more tests, especially comparing it with the 50 1.4 that compression that you're gonna get between the two. And which one, if you can only choose one, the 50 1.4 or the 85 1.4, which one is gonna be the best? Well, that'll be a good video for you. If you can get both, do it. But if you can only pick one, we'll do a test and then you can determine which one would be best for you. I love them both. But I think that is an upcoming video that I have to do. It's needed. Now I shoot manual a lot of the times, and if it's interview, I will have it lock on, and then I will, and then there's a toggle button that I customize that even though it's on autofocus, it'll lock in that spot until I hit that button again, and then it will start tracking. So that's what I love about the cinnamon line. My gosh, maybe we should call a new line of cameras the cinnamon line or lenses. The cinema line of this just seems to be really nice with the menu system and the focusing. So what do you think? Pretty good? Gosh, it is sharp. At 1.4, I'm gonna tell you, you just have to take my word for it because we're on compression land, but it is super sharp. And I am loving the bokeh on it. It is good. C-Log 2 all the way, which makes it very difficult. That's right, this was my thinking when I rubbed my chin fur. It makes it really difficult between the C50 and the R5C. I already have C-Log 2 in the R5 II and the C80, which is great, but I am looking for a backup for my R5 II and a possible B cam to my C80 if it's not my R5 II, probably will be my R5 II. I'm thinking the cheaper route, the better route, and I love the photography end of it, would be the R5C, a lot cheaper, $2,500 US used or less. That's a great deal, saving over $1,000 than the C50, and it's more camera based, which I need as well as a second camera. Tell me what to do. I'm struggling. I got some time. I have a couple months till I buy these things for right off season, okay? So, anywho, what do you think? Let's go back. I'll get my final thoughts on the photography end of things with the headshots for the limited time so far that I've had it, and for the video so far. This is gonna be great for interview style, but let's go back in my studio and talk about it. Here's the Canon 85 1.4 VCM L-series lens, and it's actually pretty small. It's light, it's nice, it's sharp at 1.4, and I think it's gonna go very well with my C80. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, I haven't done a review on this lens yet, but it is the Laowa 10mm manual RF lens for Canon, obviously RF. But this 10mm full frame has been amazing with a gimbal, going through properties, but obviously you can't get nice close-up shots. So between the 50mm and this 85.14mm, the B-roll of my video walkthroughs are gonna look so much more cinematic. They're gonna look pretty good. And so I do look forward to the 1.4 f-stop on here, getting that shallow depth of field. Along with this, those video walkthroughs are gonna look great. And yes, I will do a review on the Laowa 10mm. It is so wide, it is crazy. But as for this 85mm, wow, I am not a headshot photographer, but I thought I did okay. It was good enough to get put on the website, and my wife was happy with, 1 or 2 out of the 600 photos that I took. So not too shabby. And she was a good sport about it. I told her to be a little sassy, and some of that was not acting. It was real, but we work it out at the end in the bedroom, going to sleep because, a good night rest and everybody is happy the next day. That's what I mean by that. Oh, and we banged it out. So I've never owned any of the other L-series lenses that were 85mm focal length by Canon before, so this is my first and the only one I've actually tested. I've always been a 50mm or 100mm and greater kind of guy if it came to primes, and mostly zooms, the 24-70, the 24-105, the 70-200. I love those zooms a lot, but after seeing the shallow depth of field, the sharpness of this lens, I will be using this and the 50mm a lot more often on my Canon C80 and then on the R5 II when it comes to some portraiture. I wouldn't mind getting into it, learning a little bit more about headshot photography. Now, I will tell you that the best shots that I got of my wife were actually the ones where the flash was directly on the body of the camera, the R5 II, and not remotely triggered at all using the softbox. I found it better to bounce it off the ceiling or off a wall and getting those shots, especially when I was in the front porch area. Everything is white, so reflecting it off looked really good. Nice, even lighting. And so I do highly recommend that flash. That is the newer flash. I made a video on that before, so feel free to check out that video. And again, the affiliate links below do help support the channel. Also, I just started, as of like right now, using, instead of like a Patreon, I've been using Buy Me a Coffee. And it is a better service that I found, that more of the money actually comes to the creator than it does go to the service. So if you do like this kind of content, you want to support me and encourage me to do more content like this, feel free to click on the link below on Buy Me a Coffee. Any bit helps. It helps support the channel. Again, this is not my full-time job. I do not make these videos for a living. I'm a real estate photographer and videographer. I am not a full-time YouTuber. If I was, I would be making a whopping couple $1,000s a year tops. So yeah, this is like a glorified fun hobby. But if you want to encourage me to do more videos, then click that. Buy me a cup of coffee. I'll drink it. And if more of you buy me a cup of coffee, I'll get some margarita mix too with it. We'll have some fun. It'll be good. You can also help me by subscribing to the channel and watching these videos over here as well. They're magical. I'm sure you've seen them before, but if you haven't, check them out.